When you want to create a more advanced layout, you will definitely need columns. This block creates 3 columns inside it by default, and each of them accept other additional layouts inside. So let's say we want to add something to the left-hand side column here. We can click on the plus icon and select which block we want to populate it with. Let's say here we want to add an image. Then I can choose an image and preview the block. In the middle column, we can add a card, for example. Let's quickly create that. That's it. And on the left-hand side, we can add some text block content. Simple enough. Great. Now we have all 3 blocks. You can see that the hierarchy has 3 levels. The text block is in the lowest level, and its parent is the column, and the column's parent is the columns block. The columns block settings allow you to change the width of the container. Obviously, you can go to wider width, for example, but it also lets you control the vertical alignment of the blocks. You can align them vertically center, and they will be aligned to a center line vertically that way, or align them to bottom fit each other. Apart from this, you can also align them horizontally, but this will not make much change here that we have all the 3 columns filled. You can also see a setting on the right hand side for the columns that controls how many columns should be on the grid. So currently it is 3. I can change it to 2, and that will be 50-50% instead of the 33-33-33. Apart from these grid settings, let's go back to having 3 columns by default for the grid. Each column can set itself. So let's say we want to select the first column here. It's important to select the column and not the image block inside the column for this. And you can see there is a setting for the column and how much space it should span on the grid. So currently it sets one columns inside the grid. So the grid is currently set to 3 columns. It will 1 means 33% there. If I change this to 2, it will take up 2/3 of the grid. We can achieve quite robust layouts like this. We can change each column's span or the whole set of columns. We can set up how many columns the grid should have. So now, because the first column spans 2, it will take up 50% of the 4, and the other 2 will span 1 and 1, so they will be 25-25%. If we delete, let's say we want to delete this text block and even its column block. Now we have 2/4 and 1/4, so there's 1/4 missing from the main columns block, and it's not a problem. You can still change the alignment of the columns inside the grid like this.